President signed United Nations Pact. Secretary of State Stettinius addresses the Assembly.
It is a significant manifestation of the growing strength of the United Nations that we should mark today the third anniversary of the declaration by United Nations by receiving the signature on behalf of France of His Excellency Ambassador Henri Bonnet. France was one of the first nations to challenge the Nazi aggressors. Through 4 years of German oppression, the French people maintained their heroic resistance behind the enemy lines. The members of the resistance movement and the soldiers of the reborn French army contributed in a vital measure to the successful liberation of their homeland by our allied armies. They wrote in blood and sacrifice another glorious chapter in France's record of devotion to liberty. The nations signatory to the declaration by United Nations welcome the formal adherence of France to this compact. We have much still to do and many difficulties still to overcome, both in the winning of the war and in the winning of the peace. In making the peace, as in waging the war to final victory over our enemies, the United Nations will be stronger because France is herself again. The signature which Ambassador Henri Bonnet will affix to this declaration of the United Nations is symbolic of her full partnership in that great enterprise. It is now my great honor, ladies and gentlemen, to present to you His Excellency, the Ambassador of France.
Mr. Secretary, ladies and gentlemen of the United Nations, the will expressed in the Declaration of the United Nations to end this war by a total victory over the enemy and to devote all national resources to the defense of the sacred rights of man and to the people's freedom is the will of France. I feel strongly that in signing this declaration in her name, I am true to her dearest and firmest aspirations.
Ambassador Bonnet, in the presence of representatives of the United Nations, signs for France. The great French Republic is welcomed into the company of the United Nations.